back on the NOOB account. If you want to see more videos, be sure to hit subscribe and ding dong that notification bell for more videos every single day. If you've done that, go comment down below #PinkArmy. Let's get this going and enjoy the video. It's time to master another power. I was going to master in today's video, I was going to master the sword styles, but I kind of decided to go for Bloodlines instead. So today we are mastering the Bloodlines. Let's get this started. Hey guys, what's going on? DefildPlays here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're back in Roblox MMA Fighting Simulator for another video. Today guys, we're mastering another power. If you guys don't know what this little series is, in this series we are mastering every power there's in the game. What this means is we're taking a certain set of powers, for example quirks, bloodlines, pyrokinesis, etc. Then we take all of them, we use them in a PvE and PvP scenario, so we know how good they are against bossing and good against players, and then we rank them accordingly. Today guys, we are of course going to do the bloodlines because we have already done, for example, the quirks, the pyrokinesis, that kind of stuff. We still have a lot of them to do. We still have to do the stance, we still have to do the sword styles, but we're getting there eventually. And once we reviewed and of course mastered every single power, I can make a top list and let you guys know which powers you should get and which powers you can skip, which will be very useful because not everyone has millions of Chikara laying around to use and get every power there's in the game. So let's get it started. So today's bloodlines, we have ourselves Copy Eyes, White Eyes, Itachi's Eyes, and Ripple Eyes. I will go shortly over the Flying Thunder Girl and the NineTailed Fox as well. If you guys want to see a video in the Perfected Wings, I already made one of them, so I'm not going to be including that in there. It's very, very good, so go ahead and check the video out because it's very useful as well to see because it's from the current fighting pass. And like I said, the Flying Thunder Girl and NineTailed Fox are from older passes, so they're not that useful in my opinion, just because not everyone's going to have them if you didn't play at that time. So we're going to be mainly focusing on these four right here, and we can see this is going to be the first time we have a super rare one in our midst. The Ripple Eyes is a 0.8%, the rarest one this far we've had to obtain, so it's going to be quite interesting to see. I actually don't know, I probably have myself one of the normal ones equipped. So as well, this one's very, very expensive. It's 4,000 or 5,000, it's 4,000 Chikara every try, so this is going to be a hefty hit on my wallet. But we got to, so first, power the White Eyes. Very interesting. Let's get this started. So first, guys, we have ourselves White Eyes. It has the air palm, the palm rotation, and the 128 palms. Very, very nice. So we're going to go check this out today. We've already equipped it. You can see it right here. Ooh, I like what I love about Bloodlines, it always changes the eyes, which is really cool. I really wish we had more eye variations in Roblox, but sadly, we're not allowed to make them, and Roblox doesn't make them either. So we're going to go ahead and use the Z ability first on this dummy. So it is, ooh, okay. So it seems to be a sort of like a push attack or like a projectile. So can we use it mid-air and hit something? No, we cannot. It's a straight projectile. So let's see what it says really quick. Powerful rapid air punch that hits users from its range distance. So it doesn't go in the air. So this could be, of course, still useful. But, you know, if it's not in the air, you cannot use any of the the Q and the E abilities together with it. So let's see again. Can it hit from here? It cannot. So it's a pretty short range as well. 3, 2, and 1. Then we have the X ability. Let's go use it right now. Boom. A very big, not very big, but a nice AoE. But the bad thing is it stuns you into place. But AoEs are always pretty nice. And again, this one is on the ground. So I'm going to use it a little bit above the player. See how this is going to go. So I'm going to use it right here. And no, it doesn't do any damage. You can see it up there, but I'm still stunned in the animation. So it's not something you can use from a distance again. Then the last one is the C ability. It's going to be the 128 palms, I think. Again, it's one that you have to stand right here. And you can see we do some damage and we are stuck again. So, this already is a pretty bad start just because it is a lot of animation locks, which means people can hit you easily and the boss is going to hit me easily as well. The only good one we have so far is going to be the Z ability because it's a straightforward punch and it does quite a bit of damage, which of course can one-shot someone. But it's not good for PvP, so I will give that probably a 4 out of 10. Alright, so for every boss test, of course, we're using Marco. So we have Marco out right now. He has 1,000 HP, so let's see how much is the Z ability going to do against him. It's going to do a nice 60 damage, so it's not bad, I'll be honest. It's not great either. The bad thing, of course, is we cannot use anything else in conjunction with him. Of course, we can spam him with the abilities that we have, but it's just not as good. So, okay, this is 60 damage. Let's see how much does the X ability do? Like, is it worth taking a lot of hits to use his ability? Let's see. So we're doing 38 damage a pop. So this does a lot of damage, but we take a lot of damage in return as well. So you need to have Marco to make this work, because Marco, of course, passively heals your HP for 6% every 3 or 5 seconds, I thought it was. So it could be really good for that. But we are forced at the C ability as well. So let's see, from 590 to select 600 HP. Let's see, we are going to go from 600 to 300. So there's a base 300 damage. So that could actually be pretty worth it, because you saw it right there as well. It was a lot shorter animation. It has a lot shorter cooldown, and I don't take as much damage. So that's actually pretty nice. There we go. Boss result. We have defeated it. So it's actually kind of hard for this one, because it's going to be good for like the early bosses that don't do a lot of damage. But if you have bosses that do a lot of damage, then this is not going to be that good, because you have to take the hits. So I'm going to give this actually a 6.5 out of 10 for bossing, just because it does 300 damage in one go. You have to take some damage though, but I think that could be justified by doing this large amount of damage. Of course, this is with Marco, but it's pretty good. So nice 6.5 to start it off with. We've actually defeated the boss. So let's see what we're going to get next. We are getting ourselves the copy eyes, because that's the one that's below that. So let's go use this one. So we're going to use illusion, copy jutsu, and dodge. So this one is just bad. I don't even have to test it on the bossing or on PvP. It's just really bad. So we have ourselves illusion, renders a player the mouse is aimed at to not be able to move and use abilities for 5 seconds. But I think the cooldown actually is longer than 5 seconds. So I cannot use it right now because I don't have any players to actually test on, because the dummies are not players. But what is really bad about this, you dodge all attacks, you cannot make them do attacks, and you have one copy jutsu but does less damage. The thing is, I have to wait for someone to use an attack, and then I can use it back on them. If they one-shot me, I can't do anything. Of course, this could be used against noobs, but if you're going against noobs, anything else would be better, because you would just probably one-punch them with just a normal punch or anything like that. So this is just totally useless. So I'm gonna give this a 0 out of 0 for bossing, because it cannot kill a boss, and 0 out of 0 for PvP, because it's just useless. You know, anything else is better than this special. I don't know what it's in the game. It's here, but it's bad. There we go. We have Itachi's copy eyes unlocked. That is the third one on the list. After this, we're gonna do the Flying Thunder God and the Fire Fox, and then we're gonna try to get ourselves the rarest Ripple Eyes, which is gonna be pretty cool. So the Bloodline Itachi copy eyes has the Black Flames illusion and the Sword of Stealing. Okay, that's gonna be interesting. So let's go check that out. First off, we have ourselves the Black Flames, which is gonna actually only work on players, I think it is. Yeah. Oh no, emit powerful flames around you. So let's go equip this right now, and boom, Black Flames around me. Is it gonna do damage? I think it only does damage to players, not to this dummy. So I'm gonna quickly stand next to it. I don't think it does damage to the dummy, but it will do damage to bosses and players. I think this is a pretty good one, because some people like to get close to you, and with this ability you can always AoE them down, and it does quite a lot of damage, which is really good. And it does, well, it's continuing damage. So if people keep on running next to you, they're gonna take damage and they're gonna die, which is, I think, pretty good. So we get ourselves illusion redundancy. Again, this is one that's useless. X is absolutely garbage. Then we have the Sword of Sealing. Create a skeleton by engulfing your body in chakra, unleashing powerful slashes with the Sword of Sealing. So this one's really cool. I like this one a lot. It looks like this, which is really, really nice. So the only bad thing about this one only goes in a straight line. So again, this is really bad for PvP. I think the Z ability kind of saves the PvP aspect, because you can just run past players, and people that run into you will die immediately if you are high enough level. So I will give this a 5 out of 10 for PvP. It's not great, but it can get some stuff going. But how is it against bossing, of course, is a very big question. Again, the X ability does absolutely nothing, so we're going to use the Z ability instead. So the Z ability right now, we used it and it didn't do anything on the boss. Okay, so let's use it again one more time. Can we use it? It doesn't do any boss damage. So the only hope we have for this special Bloodline is the C ability. How much damage is it going to do? We're going to go from 1150 damage to, it does a little bit of damage, but we take heavy damage in return. We only did around, what is that? 140 damage, around that, not even that. So I'm sorry, Itachi, you're kind of useless. My verdict on this quirk, my verdict on the bossing of this Bloodline is going to be a 1 out of 10. It's going to be pretty bad. Don't use it at all. You know, there's a lot of better options out there. We're going to quickly go over to the next 2 specials you can get from the older fighting pets, which are the Flying Thunder God and the NineTailed Fox. Of course, if you guys don't have these, you can skip it as well and go forward to the Ripple Eyes. But we're going to go start with the Flying Thunder God, because this is the oldest of the 2. I think, I'm not sure anymore. Maybe they're rare in the same fighting pass, but you know, they're here. We're going to use it today. So we have ourselves this Flying Thunder God. We got ourselves the Flying Thunder God second step, Sphere Barrage, and the Kunai Dodge. Okay, so throw a flying thunder god kunai at the nearest player and drive a devastating spiral spear into their body. So I think this whole bloodline is around, like, based around PvP, so this is probably going to be the best one there is. So I cannot use this again because this is a PvP only one, but I have used this and this is actually really, really good. This is a really good ability because it technically is an auto target, which is very nice. We get ourselves to summon a spiritual sphere in each hand and teleport towards releasing the sphere into the enemy when near. So this one's pretty cool as well. So we're going to use the X ability. This is going to make me go boom super fast, and it's going to what's going on? So this is really cool because it's actually so nice for movement as well. So if you are pretty slow in the game and you use this, like, you are zooming, guys. You are zooming, and it's one of the coolest looking abilities there is in the game. It's really hard to use in PvP, so I wouldn't recommend it for there, but it just looked really cool. So it gets some style points for that. Let's use it one more time, and you can see right here, I'm just going and boom. You can see I'm not doing any damage. I think it's just the final step it does damage to, so it's pretty bad. Then the C ability, if you throw in a kunai, and I think right now, throw a flying thunder good kunai that teleports you away from danger and evading damage. This one's really good just because of that you can dodge damage. This is again another PvP ability because you can drop that kunai right there, and then you can go in for like maybe like a Z ability or an X ability, and if they hit you, you get teleported to the kunai, which is really crazy. It evades fully the damage. So I think because it evades damage, it has the auto aim, and it has extra movement speed if you really want to get away from people. This has to be a 10 out of 10 like bloodline for PvP. I'm pretty sure it has to be 10 out of 10 just because there's so many tools based on PvP. It's literally a PvP power. But if it's a PvP power, it probably means it's really bad for PvE. So we're gonna have to test it like we have to, you know. The set ability doesn't do anything against bossing. It doesn't do anything. So then we have ourselves the X ability, which is this one. I wonder if I can do damage with it. I'm going to try to be next to the boss once I'm hitting it. I'm outrunning the boss because, see, again, I do 0 damage. Then we have ourselves, of course, the C ability, which it prevents damage from bosses. You can see right here. Boom. I get the damage number, but it's actually not doing any damage. I'm pretty sure. Maybe yeah, see, it did damage, but I got no hit into the top right. So the only good thing about this bloodline is you can use it in combination with the with any of the other specials. So what you can do is you can use this, and then you can go ahead with a Q and a E. So if you get hit by this, you can actually get teleported back. So I will have to give it a little bit of bossing points just because it kind of makes it that you cannot die while you use this. Because you see right there, I get teleported away, and now, you know, it saved me some damage from there. So I'll probably give it a niche 4 out of 10 for PvE for bossing, just because there's some cool interactions. 3, 2, 1. Then next up we have ourselves the NineTailed Fox. So this one is pretty cool as well. Again, this one's not very useful. It has these shadow clone jutsu, which is really cool because, like, you can summon shadow clones and they're going where your mouths are going, and you can see they're gonna beat up this dummy right here. They're gonna go show them who's boss, and it's pretty cool that they're there. And of course, you can move them wherever you want to. Right now they're gone, and it is quite a long cooldown now, so it's not like you can spam them, but it's pretty interesting. And we have ourselves the cloak, which is very nice. This cloak boosts your damage, I think, by 3 or 4 times. It's quite insane how many times it boosts. Of course, it works with Marco, and you can use your shadow clones, I think, together with it. I have to figure it out though. I'm gonna see if can I only punch and do stuff. I'm gonna try to spam it again. No, it doesn't seem that I can use any other ability right now. Yeah, transformation is currently active, so I cannot use any of the other powers. So it's just punching that's gonna be boosted. But of course, we can use the C and like the Q and the E ability, and they're gonna do a lot more damage. So we're gonna see how good this is going to be against the bossing, but it doesn't really have any other extra benefits for PvP. Then the last one is, of course, that you become Kurma, and this one makes it that you can go ahead and punch people for more damage. It doesn't do anything extra crazy, and you don't have any like big energy balls you can shoot out or whatever. I think we can use ourselves the sphere and that kind of stuff, but this form only increases punch damage, so this has no purpose to use at all. 3, 2, and 1. Besides from looking very, very cool, I think this is probably one of the most useless bloodlines there is in the game for PvP, so it gets like a 2 out of 10 just because it can have a little bit of power up with the cloak, but that's it, to be honest. 3, 2, and 1. The cloak, though, can be very useful for this boss because it's going to buff my damage by quite a lot. So we're going to see how good it's going to be with my Q and E. Probably what I should do is I should equip another power. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I've equipped my Q, E, and R. So we're gonna go into the air. Q, E, and R spam for all of the powers, and that's gonna do a mass ton of damage. That's 288 damage. Of course, that's with the boost of Marco and the cloak combined. So that's actually really, really, really good for bossing. And of course, this is going to scale with more powers you're going to get from all the other bosses. But the thing is, you have to have some powers already to be able to make use of this, like, this power. So it's kind of counterintuitive because you have to have slain this boss and got some powers, because otherwise you have to rely on the storyline powers, which aren't that great. But once you get this going, I think it's pretty good. And he's 1 HP. I think we're going to go for one punch. Boom. Can we? Yeah, there we go. I've never done that before. Punch the boss to death. 3, 2, 1. I think I'll probably give it a 7.5 out of 10 for bossing, just because it is not like it will be a 10 damage wise because of the damage buffs and how fast you can do this and how mobile you can be with the powers and with the cloak. But it is not going to be a 10 out of 10 because you need powers already. So 7.5 out of 10 I think is pretty reasonable for this one for bossing. It's bad for PvP, but bossing is pretty good. 3, 2, 1. Again, one more quick shout out. Of course, if you want to see yourselves the perfected wings bloodline, I made a specific video on this, so go check it out on the channel. And let's go ahead and spend a lot of Chikara on the ripple eyes. I'm starting at 200,000. Let's see how much I'm gonna need, and maybe I need to buy even more. So quick little update in between. I have spent my 200,000 Chikara and bought 584,000 more. So if we can get a like on today's video for RIP all the Robux I'm spending, because of course it is literally 1,000 Robux for 40k Chikara. So it's quite expensive, guys. Like, so if we can get a like on today's video, that would be appreciated. Of course, subscribe if you're new, if you want to see more master videos and other anime fighting simulator videos or anime game videos in the future, because of course we're playing a lot of different ones. That would be appreciated. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh my god, that took way too long. We're way over the drop rate. We have spent 600,000 Chikara, and it would be around like 1 in 300 or 250k because of some weird mathematics that I don't really care to explain because it took way too long. So if you could get it like an F in the comment section down below for all the Chikara spend, that would be appreciated. So this better be worth it, you know, this better be worth it. So we got ourselves the Ripple Eyes, Universal Pool, Mighty Push, and the Planetary Devastation. So let's go ahead and use that. By the way, this took like as well like 30 minutes or whatever to spin. So, you know, yeah. So let's just start with the Z ability. Let's go use that right now. Boom. We got ourselves the Almighty Push. What it does, it pulls a enemy in front of you. So it is useless. Okay. So we got the Almighty Push. So this, of course, would be pulling in, and I'm pulling out. Is this one? Ooh, that's actually a very big AoE. I don't really know why you would need to pull in people if it's this big of an AoE. Look at that, guys. It hits absolutely everything. That's going to be really good for the boss, I'm pretty sure. But it's maybe going to do it like 0 damage. And then we have ourselves the Planetary Devastation using the Spiral Eyes. This ability allows the user to pull in debris and unleash a devastating attack on the enemy. So we're going to use it right there. Boom. And it's going to summon it up. And we are actually free to walk around. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that. That just looks crazy. And then it hits everything, I guess. Okay. So this seems really good, guys, for PvP just because of this ability, the X. Like having this as a 1-click, 1-second charge up ability, just going to be like, you know, oh, this enemy here. Boom. One shot. I think this is probably one of the best ones there is out there. So I'm going to give this like a solid 7.5 out of 10. Actually, we're going to push to an 8 because I think it's pretty cool. It looks really awesome. You have yourself a massive AoE, which is really good, and it hits absolutely everyone. So yeah, that's going to be really nice. But how is it going to fare against the boss? That, of course, is the final question we have to ask ourselves today. This is going to be really cool. I'm excited. I do want to use myself all of the abilities, so we're going to see if the set actually finally, if we can pull in the boss, that would be pretty cool. I don't think we're going to be able to. I don't think we want to, but, you know, it's always worth a try. So, no, it doesn't do anything on that. I don't think any movement, like incapabilities or like that you can pull and push them away does work on bosses. So let's go use the X ability. Boom. It did a massive 15 damage. Then we're gonna go use this right now, and we're gonna have to go ahead and walk the boss around a little bit and see how much this gonna do. Is it gonna hit the boss? I hope it does. Come on, please do some massive damage. Oh, okay, there we go. So we did, oh, okay, so we did 70 damage with that. And what is really cool, I think this is literally, I cannot miss this. I'm pretty sure I can't miss this ability. Let's see, is it gonna do 70 damage again? 917, and boom. No, okay, so I have to probably aim it on the boss and then keep the boss in the center of it. So that's a little bit worse. I'm pretty sure I can do some other stuff instead. Okay, so we have this, and then it's gonna explode again. Come on, do some damage. Boom, and it is some damage right there. It's bad. Like, regardless of whatever, it's way easier for me to just press Q, E, and R with the abilities and do more damage than this thing. So it's not good for boss. 3, 2, and 1. So it gets probably like a 3 out of 10 for bossing. It looks pretty cool, but it's very slow and it's not really gonna get you anywhere. So was it worth spending all the amount of Chikara on there? Absolutely not. Nope, not at all. Does it look cool? Yes, it does. So yeah, it's probably gonna be one of the better PvP abilities. It's the best PvP ability out there, besides of course the Flying Thunder God. If you don't have any of the fighting passes though, it's, you know, it's the best thing you can get. So it's pretty decent. I would just pick it up if you like. I would spin like probably like 50 times or whatever, and if you don't get it, I would just leave it. It's just not worth getting that thing otherwise, unless you get it like early on. I got it on like one of my battle accounts. I got it like super early, like 3rd spin or whatever, and this time it took very long. So yeah, there we have it, guys. We mastered every single bloodline there is in the game. Final verdict on them, they're pretty okay. They're not amazing. I still think they are not comparable to like any of the other big powers out there, like the sword styles. So of course I think next time we're actually gonna do the sword styles. I just wanted to try the bloodlines because I did want to see how good they were. They're okay, they're mediocre, but you know, they do their job. So if you have enjoyed today's video, hit the like button down below, guys. Subscribe if you are new, of course, as well. Ding the notification button down below, guys, will be appreciated. Of course, if you want to see more videos in the future, of course, like I said, subscribe, they'll be appreciated. There's more videos on this series as well. If you want to see any other powers mastered inside the game, like the pyrokinesis, the quirks, etc., they're on the channel. So like I said, guys, take care, love you, bye, thanks so much for watching, and of course as well, take care, guys.